I'm underwater, gravity ceases to exist. I'm weightless. In that moment, everything else vanishes, and it's just what's happening around me. I am fully focused in the now, and this is why freediving is so special. My first memory in the sea is me and my brother just rolling around in big waves. As a kid, the water was always my comfort, my safety. I've always felt like I belong more to the sea and to water than I did to land. So it made me feel really at home. It's provided for us since I was a kid. Ever since I can remember, my dad brought home loads of fish. Being about maybe 5, 6 years old, and the fish would be taller than me. We've been playing in the sea and stay down for as long as possible to talk to the fish, I thought they were my friends. It really does manage to bring out the child in me. Scoliosis runs in my family, and my dad knew as a doctor from an early age that as a girl I'm more exposed to scoliosis and the effects of it. So my parents were determined to place me in sport at a very young age. I remember my first session at the pool, and that was it. And the first thing I remember saying was that I wanted to race. So that was how my love for water transferred into the pool. So my first experience, or the first time I ever watched the Olympic Games, was when I was, I think, 6 years old, and watching the Malta team come out into the Olympic Stadium. And just watching the woman who was representing Malta for swimming. I remember telling my mom, that's where I'm going to be when I grow up. She told me, as long as you work hard enough and that's what you want, we'll make it. And 12 years later, I was there.
She doesn't have to say anything, she can just do show and tell, show the medal.
I think so, just 15. So in the middle lane, so Kuwait, Mozambique, Latvia, Lithuania.
Take your mark.
Suriname, Malta, Jordan, Uganda. Let's see how Mia Titi goes in lane number 4. She's come up pretty well.
I really believe that growing up in sport and learning discipline and commitment from a very young age is something that all kids should be exposed to. I'm not simply teaching them swimming, I'm passing on this huge life skill and this huge way of living. After my first Olympic Games, my first reaction was, we're going again. We're going to the 2016 Olympic Games. That was a very instant reaction from me. In 2016, during my second games, that was a very different reaction. I knew that I was taking a step back from competition, and that was an extremely hard time. For any athlete that is practicing on that level, you feel like you've completely lost your identity. So returning back to the sea after swimming really brought me completely back to myself and really helped me transition from leaving my profession at the time as a nurse to, I think, having the courage to really take on my life after sports. I had this huge fire in me and a huge love for water. And this fire that I had that used to go to training, I felt like I had to go somewhere else. I was always obsessed with sea creatures and sea animals growing up. I started learning more and more about ocean conservation and studying anything I could about these animals. I started volunteering at ocean conservation projects. That was my entire entrance into the world of freediving. There's nothing like taking a dive, going inwards, feeling huge feelings of joy, complete freedom, completely weightless, and looking up at the sunlight that's shining through this clear water and seeing sunbeams just passing through and little fish and wildlife just happening all around you. And so there's always something I went to when things got hard, when I was going through hardships, that would bring me back to myself, really ground me and calm me and offer me a lot of peace. So it was very soothing for me. So special because it's all about going inwards. So even though a lot of freediving is about taking in your surroundings and really enjoying the interactions that you're experiencing with wildlife, there's a really big inward shift that makes you really look into yourself that I absolutely love. We're literally built to dive. We are mammals, just like dolphins and whales. Feeling of complete freedom, joy. Every single time I take a dive has not changed since I was a kid. I've learned everything there is to know about freediving from the sea itself. By spending endless hours in the sea and allowing wildlife to interact with me. Everything can be successful and safe if enough risk is mitigated and planned for. And freediving is exactly that. Freediving is extremely safe if we can manage risk and do things correctly in the way that things should be done. When you dive on one breath, everything matters. Every little movement, every little change in heart rate, everything matters. And you're pulled into the moment. You're pulled into yourself. Every time I take the dive, I feel like anything that I've been struggling with or holding on to or carry just washes away. The only focus I have is that short amount of time where I can be underwater on one breath. That's very, very special to me because it teaches me how to move and live slower in a world that is so fast-paced.